Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Let's Get Luxe. My name is Jamie. I'm a recovering lawyer and I love everything luxury. And even though I've given up legal research, I love to research information about luxury and our favorite fashion houses, including the subject of today's video, which is Louis Vuitton. As most of you know, I'm sure, and as my last video indicated, Louis Vuitton was scheduled to have a price increase this week. And yes, they went through with it, a worldwide price increase that occurred on Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. And even though I'll be smiling throughout this video, I am definitely crying a little bit on the inside because this price increase impacted so many items in so many categories, and the price increases in some cases were like huge. So today I'm going to give you an overview of several of the items that went up. The list was actually so long that I'm only covering some items in this video. If I don't cover something that you're interested in, or if you want me to do a second video where I go over more of the items that went up, please be sure to comment down below and I'd be happy to do that. And I only ask that you forgive any mistakes I made. I definitely tried to do my best, but mistakes could creep in. I also wanted to mention, I get a lot of comments on this channel that the pre-loved market tends to be as bad as the retail market or worse. But I will say that a lot of times for items I mentioned in my videos, I am able to find them on the pre-loved market for below retail price. So what I did for this video, if I mention an item that went up in price today, then I tried to find that item for less than retail price on the pre-loved market and I put it in the description box. So if you've been really wanting one of these items that I mentioned, check the description box. You might be able to find it pre-loved if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, so let's go into what categories were affected. I'll start with the good news. I checked out belts, rolling luggage, and scarves and shawls, and those categories appear to not have been affected by the Louis Vuitton price increase. However, we did see price increases in the following categories: small leather goods, handbags, fragrance, travel accessories, fashion jewelry, bandeau and silk scarves, soft-sided luggage. Did I say handbags and small leather goods? Well, if I didn't, those are also included in the price increase. So just big picture, the prices increased from anywhere between under 1% and 38%. So there was a huge range when we look at this price increase. Dollar-wise, the range was $5 to $1,100. Okay, let's see how quickly we can get through this list. Since these are short, let's get the fragrance and the bandeau and silk scarves out of the way. So fragrance went up. The 100 milliliter sprays went up from $265 to $280. So that's only a $15 difference. 200 milliliter sprays went up from $390 to $410. It's only $20. The travel spray went up from $265 to $280. So $15 difference. And the candles didn't go up at all. For the bandeau and silk scarves, the squares didn't go up at all. The regular size bandeaus went up $10 from $210 to $220. And the BB size bandeau went up by $10 as well, from $200 to $210. That's about 5% increase in that category. Okay, let's move on to small leather goods, which probably interests you more. The 6 key holder in canvas went up a whopping 23%. It went up $60 and is now $325. The 6 key holder in Empreinte went up $15 and is now $420. The card holder in canvas went up 20%. That went up $45. It's now $265. The card holder in Empreinte went up $20 and is now $410. The Clemence wallet in Epi Leather went up $35, while the canvas one went up $20. So the Epi Leather one is now $715. The canvas one is now $590. The Desk Agenda went up only $20. It's now $620. The Juliet wallet only went up $5 to $785. That's one with canvas and leather. The Key Pouch went up 20%. This is such a popular item. It went up $55. It's now $325. I'd be curious to know if you think that's worth it. The Key Pouch in Mahina leather only went up $5, and it's now $610. Okay, let's turn to the multi-pochette Assassiwar. So the monogram Empreinte version went up $270. That's 11%. It's now $28.40. The bicolor Empreinte went up $140, and it's now $29.80. That's almost $3,000 for that. The multi-pochette Assassiwar in canvas went up $310. That's 15%. It's now $23.60. I think when this came out, it was under $2,000. Anyway, the Pochette Assassiwar, oh gosh, guys, this is bad. The Pochette Assassiwar went up $240. That's 23%. It's now $12.90 for the Pochette Assassiwar. Within the last year, so from February 16th, 2021 to now, it's actually gone up $500. That's a 63% increase in 1 year. It's crazy. Okay, let's talk Pochette FELICIE, or FELICIE Pochette, whichever one you want to say. So these went up between $200 and $310. So what happened was the Pochette FELICIE in Empreinte and Epi leather and vernis leather all were raised to the same price. They're all now $16.20. And to get there, they either went up $200 or $310. That was between a 14 and a 24% increase. Now they're all the same price. The canvas version went up $250 and is now $14.90. That is a 20% increase. The Pochette FELICIE in bicolor Empreinte went up $210 and is now $17.60. And the LV World Tour Pochette FELICIE went up $70, so it's now $16.70. The Pochette Jour went up $40 to $10.80. The Pochette Jour GM also went up $40 and is now $9.35. That's the Epi leather version. The canvas version went up $55 and is now $800. So those are all the SLGs I'm going to mention in this video. There are a lot more that went up. I think I'm going to do another video on it because there's just so much to cover. So I know there are a lot of popular items that you want to hear about, probably like the Sarah wallet and different things like that. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you're notified when that video goes up. Okay, let's turn to the soft-sided luggage, which is basically the Keepalls. Keepall Bandolier 50 in canvas went up $200 and is now $2,500. And the Keepall Bandolier 50 in the Taiga leather went up $300 to $3,400. For the rest of them, they pretty much all went up $210. So the Keepall Bandolier 45, 55, 60, the Keepall bandoliers, they all went up $210. The Keepall 55, that's not bandolier, went up $210. And then the My LV Heritage or the World Tour versions in these went up $210 also. The percentage increase that we're seeing is about 8 to 12%. However, all the items that were raised this time had been raised previously during the last 12 months. Looking at that, how much it's gone up in the last year, then we're looking at Keepall Bandolier 50 went up $530 in the last year. That's a 27% increase. A 31% increase of $630 in the case of the Keepall Bandolier 60. So that's a lot of money to be raised in 1 year. Okay, let's go into another popular category, travel accessories. So cosmetic pouches I know are all the rage right now. Luckily, not all of them went up, but some of them did. So the cosmetic pouch in canvas went up $20 to $570. It's only a 4% increase. Luckily, the GM size in canvas didn't go up and the bicolor Empreinte version didn't go up. The cosmetic pouch PM did go up by $35 to $745. The Dopp Kit toilet pouch went up $20 to $960. The Etui Voyage GM, I hope I'm saying that right, it went up from $765 to $800. The MM size also went up $35 and is $740. PM size went up $15 to $595. The garment cover went up $190 and is now $28.40. Okay, now let's look at a beloved item, and I'm so sorry for the bad news, but let's look at the mini pochette accessoire. So the mini pochette accessoire in canvas went up $205 to $745. I know it seems hard to believe. That's a 38% jump just in this one increase. However, it had increased already this year, so really the total increase for the 12 months is $300, and that's a 67.4% jump. When I was looking at these in 2018, they were only $310, so it's more than doubled. The bicolor Empreinte version went up $85 and is now $880, and the My LV World Tour version went up $85 as well and is now $725. The Nice BB went up $40 to $1290. The Nice Nano went up $70 to $880. The Nice Mini went up $120 to $1150. Luckily, the Nice Vanity has not appeared to go up. Let's look at the toilet pouches. The PM size went up $85 to $745. The GM went up $55 and is now $880. And the toilet pouch went up $40 to $880. The toiletry bag 25 went up $40 and is now $745. The Vanity PM looks like it has not gone up in the bicolor Empreinte, but it did go up in the canvas version by $140, and in the regular Empreinte, it went up $130 to $3,100. And for now, those are the travel accessories I have to update you on. The ALMA BB, which I love, went up $140 to $1,760. So that's a 9% increase and 19% for the whole year. The vernis leather version went up $210 to $2,230. The World Tour version went up $170 and is now $2,030. The ALMA PM went up $140 to $1,960. The ARTSY in Empreinte only went up 2.7%, $100 to $3,800. The ARTSY MM and Canvas went up $150 to $2,500. The Beaubourg Hobo MM went up $250 and is now $4,850. The Boat Chapeau Souple, oh my goodness, my French teacher would be very unhappy with me right now, went up $140 both in the regular size and the PM size. So now the regular size is $2,910 and the PM size is $2,170. The MM size went up $130 to $3,100 and the petite size went up $450 to $5,300. The bum bag, another popular item in Canvas, went up $130 to $2,030. In the en-prompt version, it went up $220 and is now $2,340. Even though this is only a 7% and a 10% increase, it went up earlier this year, so we're looking at a 15 to 18% increase in the year. The Capucine BB went up $550 to $5,650. The mini went up $400 to $4,850. The MM size went up $750 to $6,100. The Carmel and Mahina leather went up $250 to $5,000. The Carry It went up $90 to $2,030. The Cluny BB went up in Canvas by $160. The Cluny MM in Canvas went up $180. The Epi leather version stayed the same price. I feel like this is the it bag now, the COUSSIN MM and PM. So the PM version went up $800 to $4,700. That's a 21% jump. The COUSSIN MM went up $1,100 to $5,400. So that's a 26% jump. Isn't that crazy? The Crosette only went up $100 and is now $1,960. The Graceful MM went up $200 and is now $1,890. The Graceful PM went up $210 to $1,760. Okay, so the Monsaurus Backpack, that went up by about $140 across the board with the exception of one item. So the backpack in the BB size with the canvas and the canvas with leather went up $140. So now we have $2,570 and $2,640 for those two versions. It also went up $140 for the en-prompt version, so that's now $2,980. The Monsaurus PM in canvas went up $140, so now it's $2,710. And the canvas with the leather in the PM version is $2,780. That's a $150 increase. The My Lock Me chain bag went up $40. It's only 1.5%. It went up to $2,710. The NEONOE went up $30, as did the Nano Speedy. They're both now $1,350. The Neo ALMA BB went up $140 and is now $2,500, while the Neo ALMA PM went up $140 as well to $2,840. The NEONOEs all went up $140. So you have the LV World Tour version in canvas that's now $2,440. The MM in bicolor en-prompt, which is now $2,840. The NEONOE, just the normal canvas one, is $2,030. The MM version in Epi leather went up to $2,570. And the BB in Epi leather went up to $2,300. Okay, now we're getting to another one that I think is gonna hurt. This is about the Neverfulls. The Neverfull PM in canvas went up $340 to $1,960, while the My LV World Tour version also went up $340 and is now $2,370. These had gone up earlier in the year as well, so really we're looking at a 34 and 23% increase over the whole year. The Neverfull MM in Epi leather went up $140 to $2,500. In canvas, the World Tour version, it went up $350 and is now $2,440. The traditional canvas version went up $340 and is now $2,030. And the en-prompt leather went up $350 and is now $2,700. The GM size went from $1,620 to $2,100. So that's a $340 increase. That's 20%. That's been up 30% over the year. My LV Heritage GM went up $340 and is now $2,500. The new Wave chain bag MM went up $340 to $2,980. The Odeon PM and MM both went up $180. And the Odeon Taupe PM and MM went up $130. The On The Go, another popular item, went up in price as well. The GM en-prompt version went up $100 to $3,500. The GM version in canvas went up $320 to $3,250. The GM size in the Since 1854 version went up $300 to $3,400. As for the MMs, the canvas version went up $330 to $3,100. The en-prompt version went up $150 to $3,400. The PM version went up $150 in the Empreinte leather to $3,250, and it went up $50 in the bicolor Empreinte to $3,400. The Palm Springs mini backpack went up $140 to $2,440. The MM version went up $140 to $2,710, and the PM version also went up $140 to $2,570. The Pochette COUSSIN went up $270 to $2,840. And just so you're aware, with the On-the-Go and the Palm Springs, like these were also hit by price increases in the last 12 months, but I'm just trying to keep this short and not include all of that information. If you want all that information, please let me know, and for the next time I'll include all of it. Okay, so for the Pachette Matisse, another really popular bag, I have the canvas versions of this bag going up $210. So the reverse monogram is now $2,570, as is the regular canvas, and the LV World Tour one is now $2,980. For the Empreinte leather version, it went up $270 to $2,840. And the Since 1854 version went up $210 to $2,710. And then finally, the bicolor Empreinte went up $140 to $2,980. So that spans about a 5 to 11% increase. If you take into account, the increases over the last year, that's actually a 12 to 25% increase. The Soufflot BB with the Vachette straps went up $210 to $2,640. The BB version with the darker leather straps went up to $220 to $2,780. The souffle. Guess I'm hungry. The Soufflot MM with the leather straps, the darker leather straps, went up $160 to $2,910. And then the one with the Vachette straps went up $160 as well to $2,780. Somebody get me a sandwich. Okay, the Speedies went up, unfortunately. So I'm going to go through the Speedies individually, but just to give you an overview of what went up and by how much, we're looking at a range from between $130 to $280 in price increase. Percentage-wise, that is about a 7 to 20% increase. However, almost all of these went up sometime during the year in the last 12 months. And so in the case of, for example, the Speedy 35, we're looking at a 37% increase over the year. And for the Speedy 40, we're looking at a 41% increase over the year. So I'll let you know what went up this time, but just keep in mind, this is kind of, just part of the story. The Speedy 25 went up $140 to $1,490. The My LV Heritage version went up $130 to $1,890. The Speedy 25 bandolier in just the normal canvas went up $130 to $1,820. The My LV Heritage version went up $140 to $2,230. The bicolor Empreinte version did not go up. The Speedy 30 went up $180 to $1,550. The My LV Heritage version went up the same amount to $1,960. The Speedy Bandolier 30 went up $150 to $1,890. And the bandolier in the My LV Heritage version went up $150 to $2,300. The Speedy 35 went up $230 to $1,620. The My LV Heritage went up the same amount to $2,030. The bandolier version of the 35 went up $160 to $1,960. And the My LV Heritage version went up $170 to $2,370. And then finally, the Speedy 40 went up by $280 to $1,690. The My LV Heritage also went up $280 to $2,100. The Speedy Bandolier 40 in My LV Heritage went up $180 to $2,440. The Valisette Souffle, whatever, BB, went up by $240 to $2,780. The Victoire handbag went up from $2,830 to $3,100. That's a $130 jump. And that is all I have for you, at least this time, on handbags. So let's go to fashion jewelry really quick. I did not check everything when it came to fashion jewelry. I just kind of spot checked. And the things that I saw that did go up, first of all, a lot of things didn't go up, so that was good news. But the things that I did see that went up, the Essential V-Stud earrings went up $30 to $340, so that's a 10% jump. The Keep It bracelet went up $80 to $335. I'm not sure when that price increase happened, but the Nano Monogram bracelet, but it went up $25 to $290. It's definitely gone up in the last year that much. I'm just not exactly sure of the timing. Okay, so if you're still with me, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me. That's what I have for you this time. Definitely comment down below if there are things that went up on your wish list. I'm going to include in the comments what went up from my wish list. Please be sure to check out the description box below if you want any of these items pre-loved. Definitely comment down below if there's any suggestions you have about how I should put this information out there for you in these videos, if this is how you like it, if this is easy to digest for you. So please, any advice is welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.